crypto's heating up again. If you're gonna get into cryptocurrency and you're gonna be the custodian of your coins, you need to take security seriously. This is the Ledger Flex, and this is the Ledger Stax. These are the newest hardware wallets from one of the leading cold storage cryptocurrency wallet creators. Check this out. We linked up with Ledger to give away 3 of each of these. So 3 stacks, 3 flex. It's easy. All you got to do is comment on this video and say what coin or crypto you'd be storing with your Ledger, and then take a screenshot of that and post it on the linked VoskCoin Talk thread, which is our community-based VoskCoin forum. That's it. After this video is published, we'll let that run for a month, and then you'll be directly contacted by an admin on VoskCoin Talk, which will also prompt an email notification. First things first, let's talk about why you would even want one. Well, you can buy crypto and leave it on an exchange and hope that they don't go under, rug you, or have some other kind of exploit, or maybe they'll even just leak all of your KYC information, and maybe you have a dollar amount that could simply make you a target. You know, these aren't made up scenarios, they're reality. So nothing's better than cold storage, being the custodian of your coins. Do you really want to leave your net worth in someone else's hands, or someone or another entity's hands? Well, being the custodian of your coins changes that. Let's not beat around the bush. These things cost a couple $100, but what's a couple $100 if you've got a portfolio in the thousands, tens, and hundreds, and even potentially millions of dollars? You have to make that decision for yourself. At what point is it worth it? And also, these can make great gifts for people that are into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Well, if they're any good, right? So let's unbox them and see if they're actually even worth buying. So my initial impressions, I mean, it's classic Apple-inspired packaging. It also does the classic Apple-inspired packaging where like it kind of barely falls out of the box and you kind of shake it and pull it. It's always a funny experience, something that doesn't really happen when I unbox my new iPhone. The branding is nice, the materials are good. I was surprised to see both of these touchscreens also did not have any backlighting, which makes for a pretty unique experience. It kind of feels like the Kindle white paper, or basically the digitized version of like I'm reading a book. The touchscreen is nice, it's responsive, it feels good. I like the little feedback of the sound, and the battery's lasting a long time. I've had this sitting here for a couple days, including sitting in the sun inside a little bit, and it's gone from the percentage it's kind of funny. I unboxed it at 75%. It was at 74, and then I opened it up and talk about it, and it went down to 73. They actually made the first touchscreen crypto wallet that I was ever aware of, the Ledger Blue. Alexa got that for me for Christmas in the Christmas of 2017, long time ago. I really liked that device. It was really cool. It was kind of groundbreaking, novelty for the time, especially kind of hitting around the peak of a crypto bull run. It was perfect timing for it. Long story short is they discontinued it and moved on. And I ended up selling my wallet in one of our VoskCoin garage sales, which I'm thinking about doing another one. I've got the graphite version, but they also have a Bitcoin orange version, which I really like. I think that's kind of fun and on brand. Especially if your focus on this is just to store Bitcoin, I would be looking at the Bitcoin version personally. I'm also a sucker for special editions, so I'd love to see some special editions come out for these. Setting up both of these devices is essentially the exact same. I download the app Ledger Live, if you don't have it already, and then I just go through the prompts and I write down the seed phrase, the recovery phrase, and then I have to type it all back in to confirm it, and that's pretty much it. I named it, I connected it to my phone, and a picture of Super Cutie Pup on it. To be clear though, setup on these is quick, easy, straightforward. It's a good experience. I talked about using your phone, right? So you can use this obviously for your iPhone, which is iOS, an Android smartphone, and of course a desktop computer. But let me reinforce to you that this is not a standalone device. I wish it was. because with the screen, we have all kinds of capabilities. But when it comes to utilizing this device, and let's say that I want to receive some Dogecoin, I'll click on Doge. This app enables signing transactions on the Doge network. Okay. Well, in order to do that, I've got to open Ledger Live. So I open Ledger Live. This is the Vosk Vault. I tap to connect. Connect. So I'm connected here. I click the bottom, click receive, and then I will do Dogecoin. And so now it'll prompt me to open this. It looks for any existing accounts for me on chain. This is a brand new wallet, as you saw me unbox and create this. So I will receive. Go ahead and copy that address. Sent. All right, I sent some Doge. Let's see how long this takes to pop up. And it's here. Cool, that was quick. So now I've got some Doge in here. Let's send crypto. We've got Dogecoin. I have a Dogecoin address for another wallet in here. I'll do max. I'll just try to send literally one Doge here. After a couple of transactions and a little bit of use there, we did also drop another battery percentage. So it seems to hold up really well idle, but definitely more degradation, which is to be expected during actual use. And to be clear, while it seems like these screens do not have a backlight, they do. But between the matte finish on the screen and the actual brightness levels, it feels like you're looking at a piece of paper. That's why they call it e-ink, electronic ink page. So I've been using the Ledger Flex because I think that you're more likely to order a Ledger Flex than a Ledger Stax. Because to be honest, the Ledger Stax just seems like a cooler version of the Flex with like its presentation, and you get this little customizable book spine on it basically, but serves no additional purpose. I like the screen. This is something I could throw in my backpack in my pocket and not really worry about this getting scratched up at all. The screen's a little bigger as well, so you could say it's a little more premium. And it's cool that they wrapped some icons around the side, but that's actually really not helpful because when I'm using this, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it and I have to go to actually see what that battery percentage is. This is something very cool. I could see this being more of like a collector's item. If you're materialistic, like a Flex. The Stax has all the same functionality as the Flex, but costs significantly more as a different form factor. Comes with this little book, and it also supports wireless charging. We also have an affiliate account with Ledger if you want to support the channel, with our link out in the video description below. Also, huge shout out to Ledger for making today's video possible and sending us these wallets to review. But yeah, $249 for the Flex, $399 for the Stax. And if you really want to store crypto for a lower price point, they have the Nano S Plus and the Nano X at even lower price points, but not as cool and less functionality. And you can have more of their Ledger apps on these devices as opposed to some of those older wallets that are cheaper. And that may be very much worth it and beneficial to you. If I had to pick one of these, I'm taking the Stax when I disregard the price. When I focus on the price, I'm taking the Flex. Do you see that faint print of the really dark logo on there? Because I just used the Bitcoin app last. But you say go to settings and it whites out the screen again, and then that logo disappears. It's no big deal, just interesting. This video, I guess, served as a little crash course on how to set these up and use them, not a full-blown, overblown tutorial, if you will. Yeah, this is the Ledger Flex and the Ledger Stax, and crypto's heating up again. It's not a time to skimp on security, and all it takes is some kind of huge issue. You know, a company goes under, bankruptcy, rug. There's all kinds of scam operations out there. And I'm not trying to flood this video. I'm not trying to scare you into buying one of these, and it doesn't have to necessarily be one of these. The bottom line is that if you're gonna get into cryptocurrency and you're gonna be the custodian of your coins, you need to take security seriously. And if you're not ready for that, then to be honest, in some ways, maybe you're not ready for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. At that point, you may as well just buy a Bitcoin ETF and park it in a brokerage like Robinhood or so forth. But yeah, my initial impressions, these are nice. It's been a good experience. It's cool to see Lithium on there. I know Lithium mining for me has been a really bad experience. At least it gives me a better storage option than what I currently have, because I pretty much am mining and holding that coin, and I'm just hoping that it pays off one day, because it hasn't even come close to that currently, and the lithium mining would never pay off without a huge pump on that coin, and ideally really some better exchange listings. So it's cool to see Caspa in there as well, another mineable cryptocurrency. And if I could ask Ledger, if you watch this video, if I could ask anything of you, I would love to see all proof of work mineable cryptocurrency supported in these wallets. There's a big gap in the wallet game just for full-blown mineable coin support. And proof of work coins are the next best thing after Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the best cryptocurrency by far. And nothing's more nauseating than what meme coins and even a lot of these VC-backed, pump and dump, project number 59 to launch a layer 2 on Ethereum have done to the ecosystem. So hey, I'm Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy the content, subscribe. We got some more exciting stuff in the pipeline. 10 seconds of tails, even though she was already all over this video with the pictures. Hope to see you on the next one.